is breaking news from NBC 12.
And this morning we continue to follow that breaking news coming from Prince George, where crews have been on the scene most of the morning after a logging truck overturns. It happened along I-95 North. And we have just learned that the ramp just opened up in the last few minutes. So let's go to Curtis McCloud. He's live on the scene. What's the latest out there, Curtis?
Well, what I can tell you right now, a stark contrast to what we saw earlier. We're actually right here where those logs did spill onto the median here. Take a look behind me here. You can see these logs here. The truck has cleared up, but these logs are still here on the ground. They're still waiting to have these logs moved out of the way, out of the median area here. That we are on I-95 heading north on exit 45 in Prince George near South Crater Road on the border of Petersburg. Take a look here. You'll see it's kind of foggy out here, but there are those service utility vehicles as well as state police still on the scene here, getting ready to let the flow of traffic come back through here. But it is still pretty significant debris here with these logs still on the ground here, as well as some of the insides of this truck that turned over here, glass, everything on the side of the road here. Now, we understand that they are still working to clean all this up, and that's what's the next step in this process. That's what's going to happen here now. But everyone is okay. There was one person inside of that vehicle. He is doing okay. That truck has been taken away, and the roads will open here momentarily. Now, of course, the traffic is flowing again here along I-95 heading north. Of course, we're going to continue to monitor this situation. If there are any new developments, we'll be sure to bring those to you. But for now, we are live in Prince George County this morning. Curtis McCloud, NBC 12 News.
This is breaking news from NBC 12.
We continue to track breaking news in Chesterfield County. A mother, father, and their two children are dead this morning after a quadruple shooting at a home.
We know this all happened off of River Road in Matoaka in the 5700 block of Fox Maple Terrace. Right now, crews are still very much conducting an active investigation about what led up to this shooting.
Curtis McCloud is live on the scene right now with the latest on this disturbing story. Good morning, Curtis.
Good morning, Heather Gray. There's still a very active scene here on Fox Maple Terrace. I'm going to step out of the way so you can take a look at that scene. Detectives are making their way through this home, making their way through this entire property to put the puzzle pieces together and find out exactly what happened here 7 hours ago. Now, what I can tell you right now is that once Chesterfield police arrived on the scene, they found a mother and her 2-year-old son both suffering from gunshot wounds. Now, we understand that mother was whisked down a couple of blocks and aided by neighbors and police. She died here on the scene. That 2-year-old young boy was taken to Southside Regional Hospital, where he later died. Now, we also understand that police went inside the home and made a gruesome discovery. They found a father and his 9-year-old daughter both dead by gunshot wound inside of this home. Now, you can see the detectives there. They're combing through logging evidence. We've seen them going back and forth. There's even a mobile command center here with the county that's nearby. It's a very active scene, a very fluid situation. Now, we understand that at this time, police are not looking for any suspects, and we also understand that they are questioning family members at police headquarters at this hour, and they are still trying to, like I said, figure out exactly what happened here in this subdivision in Matoaka. Now, we're going to, of course, continue to follow this breaking news as it develops and bring you the latest information as it becomes available. But for now, we are live in Chesterfield County. Curtis McCloud, NBC 12 News.
This is breaking news from NBC 12.
About 6:43, want to update you on our breaking news in Hopewell right now. Crews are still on the scene of a pretty big fuel spill.
We've been following this all morning long for you. Hundreds of gallons of fuel have leaked right into the Appomattox River. Let's go live to Curtis McCloud. He's been in that scene all morning long. Curtis, you've been in touch with the investigators out there. What's the latest information?
Well, right now, Gray, I can tell you that hazmat crews and fire crews, they've since turned this all over to a private company. Now, they're working to clean up this spill. That is Clean Harbors. They're working now to get that 400 to 600 gallons of diesel fuel that spilled onto the land and into the Appomattox River cleaned up. We want to bring to your attention that there is a mandatory water usage that has been issued by Virginia American Water Company. That's the company that's involved in all of this. They have shut down their water facilities so that it does not impact drinking water, but there is a mandatory conservation usage in effect right now for the 9,400 customers of Virginia American Water in the Hopewell area. Now, it's a little bit lighter out here now than it was earlier. Of course, they say that's going to play to their advantage so that they can get out on that water and kind of see where the diesel fuel is. They can actually see the sheen on top of the water. They have booms here that they are working, specific and special booms that are working to soak up that diesel fuel here on the Appomattox River. They want to stop all this before those currents get faster and the water moves further downstream, carrying that diesel fuel even further downstream. Now, again, there is no harm to your drinking water at this point in time. Of course, if that changes, we will let you know. No word yet on how this all transpired, how it all happened. It remains under investigation.
Investigation continues, and Curtis, we understand state police are involved.
Yeah, Sabrina, I know that state police are helping out because resources are limited within the Colonial Heights Police Department at this time. But I can tell you right now that police officers discovered 2 bodies inside of a home just down here on Floral Avenue, a male and female. We're told you can see police here conducting their investigation, state police here also working down here on Floral Avenue. Now, I know that when deputies, they were serving this eviction notice, and I spoke with a woman who runs the company, who manages this property, who initiated this eviction process for the bank and was here when police went inside that home.
We started walking towards to go inside. A police officer came out and said, "Hold up, we have to secure the property." And I said, "Do you want me to secure it?" And he said, "No, this is there are 2 deceased bodies inside."
A scary situation there. Corinne Dreller with State Police tells me that Floral Avenue will remain blocked off. Back here live, you can see that it is still blocked off. Residents have been coming and going, and they tell me that they will make special accommodations for people that are living down here on Floral Avenue. Coming up on the news at 6, I'll have more from the woman who is managing this eviction. She says her and her husband were here when police discovered those 2 bodies inside of that home on Floral Avenue. We're live on your side in Colonial Heights this afternoon. I'm Curtis McCloud, NBC 12.
Breaking now at noon, a Hopewell High School teacher had to be taken to the hospital after he was injured trying to break up a fight between 2 female students. Both students are in police custody right now. Curtis McCloud is live at the school. And Curtis, you just spoke with the superintendent. What's the word on this?
Well, Heather, I did speak with Assistant Superintendent Kim Evans, and Kim tells me that right now that there was an incident involving 2 female students here at Hopewell High School. It happened just after 10 this morning. Right now it's business as usual at the school, but while those students were changing classes just after 10, they got into an altercation. A male teacher was hit and injured his shoulder and had to be taken to a nearby hospital. Right now, the students were asked to stay in separate sections of the building when that altercation was happening, was transpiring. We know that no other students were injured, and we were told that the matter was resolved very quickly, and it is being investigated right now by the Hopewell Police and the school administrators here in Hopewell. Now, of course, we did have the opportunity not too long ago to speak with a student who in fact knows one of the young women involved in this altercation. She was in total shock about all this happening, and also spoke with us a little bit more about this being a reoccurrence here at Hopewell High School. We'll have more from her on the news starting today at 5 o'clock. But for now, we are live in Hopewell. On your side, I'm Curtis McCloud, NBC 12.
Curtis McCloud now live at Harrison and Cumberland Streets with the latest on repairs. Curtis.
Good evening, Kurt. Just take a look here. You can see the water, a huge mess to clean up right here at the intersection of Cumberland and Harrison Streets in downtown Richmond. Take a look. It'll take quite a while for them to fix all of this, working throughout the evening into Tuesday before they can fix this massive, huge water main break that took hundreds of people without water for several hours earlier in the morning. Now, I'm told that this water main break was discovered very early in the morning. They came out, got the first report. It was a small break, but then it grew to this gaping hole you see at this intersection right now. And we know that crews are working diligently to get it plugged up. I spoke with the city, and they say that this is no ordinary water main break.
You know, there are other pipes in the ground, there's concrete, there's different things like that they're going to have to dig through to find out exactly where that break has occurred.
Now, they also tell me that old pipes may be the cause of this break, and the reason the customers have water right now, that's because they switched to a separate line that's being funneled in through the Bird Park Reservoir. Now, coming up on the news at 6, you'll hear from some of those residents. Of course, they're upset about all this, and not to mention the traffic nightmare that this is going to cause come tomorrow morning. We'll hear from them in my live report on the news at 6. But that's the latest from downtown Richmond. Curtis McCloud, NBC 12.
5:02 the time, and we sent Curtis McCloud out there to Caroline County to get a better vantage point. Curtis, we saw you earlier. It was coming down. I would imagine that it's still coming down as we see there.
Yeah, it's still coming down, and it's really cold out here, guys. I want to show you. You can see a lot of accumulation here on the ground. Snow pretty much all over the place here. We are just on the outskirts of Caroline County, making our way back towards the Richmond area, and you can see snow is pretty much everywhere. It's all around this gas station area here where we are in Caroline County. So much so, I want to show you what I did over here. Take a look at this. You'll see I actually got a chance to write NBC 12 in the snow here. I just love this. This is just awesome here. You can see I did that about maybe 2 minutes ago, right before you came to me, and now it's almost filled in a little bit here. So a significant buildup of snow accumulation coming down here in this area. Want to show you the roads again, the area here. You can see just how it's building up here near this restaurant, near the roads here, right off of I-95. Fredericksburg area. So we've got a lot of snow coming down in this area. We'll see just about how long this lasts, and we're going to start making our way towards Richmond. But for now, we are live in Caroline County this morning. Curtis McCloud, NBC 12.
Christina, 9:03 the time if you're just waking up and you have to go out to work. Our Curtis McCloud is in Richmond. He's in the Westover Hills area to show you how the roads are looking out there. Curtis, what are you seeing, sir?
Good morning, Gray. Let me show you this. Check out Westover Hills Boulevard right now. Earlier this morning, this road, you couldn't even see it. Matter of fact, it looks sort of like this road here. Not a lot of crews picking up the snow on these off-roads here, so you'll see that the snow is still covered on these roads. And a lot of snow we're talking about out here this morning in Westover Hills. Traffic is flowing now. They're making their way through onto that bridge. Again, it was closed around 2 this morning because of the weather and those harsh conditions. Richmond crews worked diligently to clear those roads and making sure that people remain safe getting through this traffic here. And got to tell you, a lot of snow out here, a lot of it, especially for this Georgia boy here. I've always wanted to do this, guys. I'm going to show you something here. You know, lay down in this snow here and make a snow angel. We're going to send it back inside the studio for you guys. Hope you guys are warm and comfy inside.
Too much fun.
Yeah, you're definitely having too much fun, Curtis. And I wanted to ask you, because I noticed you took your jacket off. So how does it feel out there temperature-wise? Are you feeling more comfortable just being outside, especially now that you're all wet in the snow?
Exactly. I know, right? It actually isn't as cold as it was to me. I think it's the sun. I heard Andrew said the sun would start peeking out a little bit, and it has warmed it up considerably since we've been out here earlier this morning. So the sun is helping out, but I would advise, if you're going to go outside, to keep your jacket on.
Okay, you got to top this. When we come back to you next time, we'll see what else you can do. That was pretty smooth. Curtis, thank you so much. Making snow angels.
Great
okay.
job.